Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to the video where hopefully blood will be spilled and empires, even the smallest ones, will hopefully be conquered. It is the Ardent Mages tutorial slash playthrough, of course. And today we have a great deal of things to do and quite a few to discuss as well. Let me just get rid of this notification real quick, although it's useful, but I don't really want to place stone and pillars. So, I'll talk you through really quickly what I did off camera today before starting recording. First, in Captaincy, you can see that I actually queued up a bunch of probes. Now, why do I want to do that? It's because I want to show you a certain strategy which will involve me running those probes into the enemy's army one by one, all on the same turn. That's the important bit. Manually winning the battles. Of course, all of those probes will die, but before they die, as we start the battle, I'll use something that I already queued up, Incantation of Deluge, or Deluge, I have no idea. I would assume it's Deluge, but I've never had a native speaker pronounce this for me, so I have no idea, but I would assume it's Deluge. Either way, the thing is, it will basically sacrifice a unit to deal fairly decent area of effect damage to the enemy units. Now, mind you, we are playing on endless difficulty, which is giving the AI just obnoxiously large amount of experience and a lot of health as a result. Which means that this tactic is not necessarily something I would recommend for you to use in a single player game. I mean, right now I have all the prerequisites for it. I have a ton of bank and I can do it. I can just make a bunch of probes and attack, which is when you want to use the strategy, and that's why I want to showcase it to you. But it's more for multiplayer when you're playing on even turns against the opponents, rather than single player when you're facing AI with obnoxiously large pools of HP, like I said. Either way, I do want to showcase the strategy because it's pretty cool, I like it, it's devious enough for me to like it. So there's that done. I of course swapped around the population works in many of my cities, you know, just to make it more efficient. And I think that's about it for the most part. I was supposed to do something in this city as well. I forgot what I was supposed to do though, so I'll just leave it as it is. Either way, one more thing, I do want to keep exploring in the north with my anchor wing, which is apparently immortal by this point. Unfortunately, the quest that I got from this faction, what was it? I actually need to remind myself of the quest a little bit. I didn't look at this before camera, so I'll do it real quick. I'm surprised because I thought that I lost this quest, by the way. That the Roving Clans killed this faction, but maybe I got it mixed up with some different quests, so that's that. I'm gonna pin the Trail Gone Gold because it's a pretty good quest, and I did see a region that was very good for this, if I remember correctly. This one? Yeah, because it has both titanium and adamantium. I'll need a lot of titanium because keep in mind, in areas 4 and particularly 5, everything costs F in titanium. I mean, look at that. And of course, not to say, to even extract rare, super rare materials, you also need titanium. Glass steel is like useless. Which is kind of annoying. I wish glass steel was more useful than titanium. A little bit less, because right now titanium is probably the best and most important resource in the entire game. Nonetheless, I will need to have this, and also it gives me access to adamantium, which again is actually useful because in later eras it gives you access to techs, like for example, give you more production technologies. I prefer to have, if I have to pick which of the two, Palladium or adamantium, I get early, I'd rather go for Palladium, because Palladium, while it's only useful for food in the structures technology tree and also influence and a few other things, it gives you amazing equipment that I really like. I really like Palladium equipment, which is why I personally prefer Palladium. I forgot which Guardian it gives you. I think it's the Fire? No, it's the Earth one, isn't it? Yes, unfortunately. The Fire one is the Adamantium. But either way, nonetheless, I like Palladium just because of the equipment it gives you. But I'm not sure how much equipment I will use. I mean, I will use something, I will research it, don't make no mistake, I will. But right now I'm not really in a spot where I have the time to do so. Anyway, I think I'm about ready to finish this turn. I'll just let those guys stand here. I do not have seafaring technology, and I will not have it for quite some time, I'm afraid. So I'll walk a little bit closer to the border because I want to see the Draken army strength. That would be rather useful, so let's have a quick look. Some Ultras, that's surprising. And the Drakens with a lot of Wyverns. That's to be expected. AI doesn't really know how to make good armies. So yeah, those Wyverns. I'm surprised the cultists don't just kill them themselves. I mean, fanatics would devastate those Wyverns. I was about to use a bad word, but no, I stopped myself. I'm a good boy. Either way, yes, I mean, you can say, whoa, look at the damage, look at the damage. Yeah, but look at their health and all the other stats. And also keep in mind, the enemy has preachers. And AI does use the unleashed potential, which does increase the potential of the fanatics by quite a bit, you know? So I have no idea why the cultists don't just break the siege. Either way, I'm thankful for it. It's to my benefit and my advantage, so I will not complain. It's also good to see what the dragons have, and I can see they don't have a lot, so I'm not too worried about them. Cultists will be much more problematic, so that's good to know. Okay then, let's back away for a little bit. I don't want the AI to think that I'm about to attack, even though obviously I am, but I don't want it to think that way. I think that's about it. I can end the 10, nice and easy. And in this 10 I'll start gathering dice again, which will be actually fairly awesome, because I'll be able to use those boosters again, increase my gain of influence, which I do need to give myself extra attack, which is extremely important, as you might imagine, because it gives you percentage bonus to attack. As Ardent Mages, that's absolutely huge. I don't think I need to explain why. Okay then. Of course, with my hero, I do want to jump into perfectly balanced as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna go for siege mentality, which is also useful since I will be sieging, and it does help you with your attack. I mean, those are ended. Ended are kinda good. 55 damage. I would say I would lose the incoming, but last time I thought so and I auto-battled, it was fine. One thing I do know, I cannot retreat, I will just die. I think I'll die anyway, but let's try the auto-battle, see how it goes. No, it did die. That's to be expected. Ended are pretty good at this thing, and this guy didn't have a lot of health left. Still, he did really good for me. The amount of people he killed and whatnot, that was nice. I perhaps should have retreated him faster, but either way. What's done is done. He will be remembered as the first Birdie of the Ardent Mages. Either way, there should be a dye extractor somewhere. Yes, it is in Captaincy. I could make the dye extractor or just expand my city, which sounds... I mean, I'm saving a little bit by doing it this way, I suppose, so I might as well do it. Although, this would take no time whatsoever. It would delay my probes ever so slightly, but I could make it in a single 10, which I like. I want the dye extractor to be here ASAP, even though later on I will probably, you know, not like this idea, but it's not like you cannot build over them. As you can see, you can build over. Minus is just, usually doesn't make much sense, but in this situation I'm a little bit limited. Okay, this city, well, I'm kind of not having as much dust gain as I used to, so I will make an empowerment before I resume the structure and unit construction, and I also make a public library. Why not? Might as well have it. It is useful after all. Scores will be done in a 10, and then I'll be ready to start gearing up for an attack. A bunch of AIs will also accompany me. Those AIs, I'll probably make it so that Mugunwa, security and navigation, coordinate to attack from the north, while mainframe and captaincy will just attack from the south on their own, and this will be my main attack path, I assume. So there will be that. As you're done with, public library is all nice and dandy, but right now I kind of really need to have an army, so instead of doing some BS, I'm just gonna queue up some units. Let's have a quick look at my army composition, just to remind myself real quick what I have and what I don't have. Main army, really balanced. I kind of want to have another hero so I can put her as the ranged army commander, but right now she doesn't even have the range damage yet anyway, so it's not a big deal. I have more zealots nearby, so that's extra range units. The north will probably be a melee army. At least it does look like this. Although what I could also alternatively do... no, it will be a melee army with a bit of zealot support, I suppose. I have more zealot production in Mugunwa. Captaincy is, well, not really counting. So I suppose I will need some melee units, and for that I'll make Inqua Wings, because they're absolutely effing awesome, like I keep saying over and over and over again until you die. That was actually kind of grim. So there's that done. Anything else that requires my attention? I don't believe so. I kind of materializing done in 2 turns, which that's just fine with me. If it's done before the winter, it will be even better, because I can actually use the Pillars of Extractions, and they will be actually useful, believe it or not. Because as you can see, they do give you bonus stats during winter, so that will be nice, even though they're not leveled up. Okay, then let me drink a bit of water. Not tedious them, and hi there, Simba. Simba stands off. Ah, okay. Their forest returned to normal. For a second I thought I got the same event again, which I'm not actually sure if it's possible. I don't think this tag. At the very least, I don't think it's possible for the game to run 2 events at the same time. But you never know. You never know with this game. Either way, Simba is ready and on the prowl. I should have probably renamed him. He does look like Simba. I mean, look at the bastard. He's Simba. Done and done. Let's go ahead and start moving nice and easy. He kind of moves a little bit more like a monkey. What was the monkey's name in the Lion King? Something with M starting? No, maybe. No, it was kind of. It had T's in the middle, maybe. Ah, Rafiki? Was that it? Maybe. I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I watched Lion King. Good movie though. I really liked it. I still believe that it's good to this day. I'll probably make my kids watch it. It's a classic after all. Anyway, with my hero, what do I want next? Well, I probably just want to beeline it to Inspirational Leader and later on a Cold Operator, which is like so very useful for industry-focused cities. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Of course, getting this percentage bonus of science in a city that is not dedicated to science in the slightest is not a very big deal, but nonetheless it's something you can do. Okay, then let's keep making boss streets as well. No reason not to do that. And I would rather gain more industry as quickly as possible. Can I make it? I can make it real quick as well, which will absolutely no questions asked. And that's probably all that I needed to do this turn, really. Let's have a quick look at my armies, if I need to move any of those. Oh yeah, there's an Echo Wing in security that I forgot about. Let's move him to navigation, so he's ready to join the fight. There's a bunch of roving clans bastards. Now the problem is, can you start moving please? Problem is, roving clans, I will need to conquer that key at one point, because they do have a lot of science production. More so than the Warriors I checked on the stats, so I'll need to kill them because they're the candidates for the scientific victory. But with their key cities, I mean the capital being here, and their scientific city apparently being here, I think I should be able to slow down the progress very easily. But I will need a big army. But I will gain a big army once I conquer this thing. Conquering the Quarter City will be the most important step that will define whether I win or lose this game, in my opinion. Okay then, let's start actually leveling up my districts, that would be very nice, thank you game. And let's get a bit more population growth in a single town, which would also be quite lovely. AI is being made nice and easy. I'll start moving this one into navigation ASAP. And between this reinforcement and the zealot that is currently in production, I'll have a full army ready by the time I start moving out. It will be winter when that happens, but maybe it's for the best, because the enemy will be, besieged and winter. Actually, that doesn't really matter. Yeah, actually this will more be of a hindrance to me because I will not be able to reinforce. Whereas the enemy, they're besieged. The fact that winter will lower the income of the few tiles within the city will not really matter at all. So there is that, I suppose. Oh well. Okay, those two will wait for the Echo Wings to arrive. I think I will need to wait for a few more turns before I actually gear up for an attack. There's a lot of enemy units nearby. I kind of wanted to start marching away, which they inevitably will do at some point, just they're not doing it yet. So I'll move out a little bit further so that they do not necessarily see me, and that they maybe will be more confident. And I need to have another hero. That's a fact. So there's plenty of time until next Empire plan, so I can talk and negotiate with the roving class hider. I don't really want to give you glass steel as discussed per last time, but then again I might as well, so let's give you as little as possible. 36, 35, 36. That's still way more than they should get, but apparently they are good with resources anyway, so I suppose I will give it. Oh yeah, look at that. They have a ton of both adamantine and palladium, and a lot of luxuries as well. They are doing way too good for themselves. At least it doesn't look like they have titanium, so their scientific progress will slow down later on. Or at least it will not speed up, which I suppose is something. I wish I could force them to declare war on the enemy, but they cannot declare war on anybody, of course. Let's see, what do they have in terms of tech? They have giants, of course, but scientific specialization, which they can't use. Arts Council, which they can't use. Plenty of things they can't use, except for alliances and whatnot. But nothing else. Industrial processing, yeah, they cannot use. Look at that. All of those things they have, they cannot use because they have no titanium. So I just have to make sure I don't give them... Ow. Titanium, but if I give them dust... You know what? That might actually be good, because I'm not sure, but if the AI sees that it has gas steel and starts spamming dust depositories, and starts moving population from science production to dust production, that's what I want. I don't want them to have any more scientific research. That's basically me trying to justify market ban removal, because I really need to have the hero. It's important. Okay then. Marketplace, what kind of heroes? I kind of want a melee hero now, or a Draken hero. Of course there are no Draken heroes when you need them though. Which is a bit annoying. At the same time, I have to buy a hero now, because AI, they can market ban you right after you negotiate market ban removal. Or right after, maybe not necessarily the next turn, but I'd have to wait quite a long for next hero rotation. So I'll just have to think of something else. Army damage and defense boost. That sounds kinda interesting. But I don't really like the setup of abilities of... I mean, extra life on units actually, now that I think about it. Might not be so bad. And then extra defense... and that damage boost. It's actually kind of useful. I might go for the Listener for a change. Let's see. The Shadow. He's got army attack boost 2. And that's about it. And he's infantry. Right, so he's got the same stuff. Lord, he's got army damage boost 2. And that's it. Army defense boost. Army attack boost 2. And he of course would also give me extra range, but that's not what I'm concerned with. Army attack boost 2, army damage boost and army boost. Food boost and whatnot. And another Ardent Mage hero with army damage boost 2. Yeah, I think the Listener is currently the best option I have. It seems like the best value for the price. So I'll get him. I would love to get a different hero, but I will not risk waiting another 4 turns for Roving Clans to market ban me right after I, negotiated the cancellation of market bans. So yeah. Okay, then let's create this. Oh no, I just put this army in, so I cannot create it just yet. But I can add the hero to where I assume I will use an army. But I'll decide on that on the next turn, I suppose. So let's just end my turn for now and drink a little bit more water. I will need to also add more equipment to the heroes I currently have. I hope I will remember to do it. I better do it now, in fact. But firstly, in mainframe, I certainly do want to create another Boros. Oh, it only has 6 population. That's right, it's gaining extra population from the minor villages. That's something I forgot, or rather didn't notice, which is actually now a bit of a problem because the city... it's still happy. So I suppose I can just live with it for now, but I kind of want to increase my food gain. At the same time, it is slowing down the production of Anchor Wings, and I need the Anchor Wings, so I'll deal with what I have for the time being. Meanwhile, you do, sir, please hurry up and get over there, and let's activate the die booster as quickly as possible so that I have a lot more influence. And influence is not really affected by winter as well, which is nice. Okay, then let's create an army, and I'll have my hero control over it, I suppose. So I have a hero in the north and in the south at the same time. So let's go ahead and assign the new hero. That's the Listener. Nice and easy. And let's have a quick look at what I can equip him with. So obviously not the staff. That's kind of why I wanted to have the Draken hero. But yeah, no Draken heroes, of course. So Infantry Slayer, the enemy has no infantry. Soup Strike Back seems like a better idea, especially since the enemy might actually try to kill this hero quite badly. Shield would be useful though, I'm not gonna lie, so I might reconsider. Obviously the very best equipment that I can have. This guy doesn't have a lot of health, so he'll die quite quickly, I'm afraid. Short speed, extra speed will be important. And the enemy wasn't using ranged units last time I saw, but in the future it's too expensive to justify really. I kind of tempted to give him the shield though. He'll probably tank quite a bit of damage, and he's not really a damage dealer per se. I like the idea of him having Sweep Strike Back, but I need him to be able to defend a little bit better. So yeah, 218 dash, that's quite a lot, but I'll take it. And as for you, dear lady, are you upgraded? No, you're not, so we need to fix that. Flying Slayer or Point Blank Power? Let's have a quick look at the stats. I like the Flying Slayer better, no questions asked. And as for the other things, she'll be safely in the back. I don't think she'll take any damage, so I'll not equip her with anything else. Okay then, that's done for the time being, and nothing else needs to be done except for the Guardian, who definitely needs to move in. Maybe not that far, I moved him a little bit too close to the border. It's not a very big deal, but it's a deal nonetheless. And the Probe, I will not create an army with it because I'll just be wasting money at that point. Let's start moving the AI though, because winter is about to hit and I want to make sure that the AI is in the same region army as the Anchor Wings that I'm making in that city over there. You're walking in the Zealots, nice and easy. I could actually give a central market now that I think about it, but units more important right now. I'm gearing up for an all-out attack, and I want this attack to hit as quickly as possible in case you haven't noticed. Because the time is of the essence. As Ardent Mages, you can be aggressive at any time and point you want, but at the same time, you do have to be aggressive if you want to stay competitive. So, next era, and it looks like we didn't have winter, which is rather nice. Age of Industry is here. Do we have any resources in our lands? That is an important question. Let's zoom out and have a quick look. Let's see. I like to see things before I read. Okay, I do have Hyperion. That's absolutely amazing. Hyperion is super useful. So I'm happy about that. And it looks like we did not get Mithrite, but that's okay. Do the roving clans have any of that? Not that I know of. They do have titanium though, they're just not gathering it. Did they not get a tech? Well, that's dumb of them. There is a bit of Mithrite, okay, that's good to know. What about the cultists? Oh wow, they have bad luck, they have nothing. They have Palladian, that's it. Okay, now let's have a read. Okay, I cannot reactivate dice, of course. Dust water located nearby. Dust water is actually kind of useful. So I will want to start gathering it at some point. It would be hard to activate, but I do. Wait, did it say that I actually have? I have Mithrite. I have both Mithrite and Hyperium. This is sick. This is sick. And I already have a city over it. So once I research the tech, I'll automatically start gaining Mithrite. Oh yes. Oh yes. I'm happy. I'm really happy. Okay then. So first things first, I do want to place down a pillar. Although I'll wait until winter starts because it will be more efficient then. So wait until winter starts to place down a pillar. Science-wise, let's have a quick look-see. I do want to have the Painosphere, to have my deluge even more powerful. How long will it take? 3 turns. I suppose I could maybe delay the attack for 3 extra turns, or even 5 if I want to get the extra attack from Empire Plan. I suppose I could. Although, then again, attacking early might also be a pretty good idea, to be entirely honest with you. Still, I'll think about it. And of course, I do want to have the extractors. That's a no-brainer. There are plenty of other things I need from the area eras, but maybe once I capture Roving Clans and steal their, what's it called? Alchemic Institute, I'll be able to research 2 things from the old eras faster. That's actually I actually really like this idea. Okay, looks like cultists are actually moving away, which I like. It would be kind of hard to move in from this position, but let's stay out of sight, out of mind. This village only have 1 area of vision, if I remember correctly, but I might not remember correctly, so let's make sure that everything is good. Let's make sure that the Guardians is in the back. Never use Guardians to attack enemy, always use Guardians only as reinforcements. I mean, I think it's obvious, but just to make sure that it's extra obvious, do that. Okay, this AI please move in, just like the other guy did, and as for you, you can make more barrow streets, I suppose, and that's probably what I'll do, because from this city it will take quite a while for me to send any reinforcements, so I can make just more barrel streets this time, and it will be fine. I like this tile, or I could change this city into a triangle shape, because I kind of want to expand in this direction, because that's where the rivers are. So maybe a fake triangle, a triangle line. So this will be a triangle, and then there will be a line going like this in 2 rows. I like this idea. So let's complete a triangle and then go for a line. This should be good. Okay then, so that's what my capital is gonna do. Other cities looks like they have their production set up. Nothing else I need to do for the time being. Painosphere being researched, and so on and so forth, yada yada yada. Okay, things are good. I want them to be dead so badly, but wait for Painosphere. It is a good idea. I'll be able to do far more damage once I have the Painosphere active. Oh, and you also please have more armies so you level up faster, because that's absolutely great. And also move a little bit closer so that when the winter, even if the winter hits, you'll... Hey. Okay, this is a bug, by the way, with the current version of the game. Sometimes your units will not do anything. It does happen, unfortunately. It's kind of annoying. What you have to do then is this. Split your army, and then you can actually start moving it again. It took me a while to notice how to fix this bug. It will be fixed in the next update, I assume. I don't actually know, but I assume it will be at some point. Either way, for the time being, if you experience this bug, that's how you deal with it. Nice and easy. It's really annoying if it happens to a lone guardian far away on the map, which it did happen for me the first time it happened. But if you have any armies nearby, or if you can split your army, you can easily fix it. Thankfully. Okay then, you do so, please enter the city so I don't have to pay for you. That's done. I'm kind of scared about the dust situation, all I have to be honest, because I'll start losing a ton of dust once the winter hits. I will of course make up for it with my pillars of extraction, but nonetheless it will be painful. Anyway, let's end the turn. Drink a bit more water. Still no winter. Obviously, Alchemic Institute is done probably by the Roving class. More research costs for empires. Okay, extra 10 for Painosphere basically for me, which is not good, and I think it means that I'll just attack right away. What is this? Declaration of war? No, market ban. Of course it did. They made a use of this glass steel. They are like, and now they're like, yep, stop. We want more glass steel or GTFO. Yeah, To be expected, to be expected. Either way, it looks like the Draken are making trouble for the cultists again, which I'm kinda happy about. In fact, what I could do is I could make the Draken like me more by attacking the cultists right now. They are unafraid, of course, but they'll soon find out that they should be afraid by all means. So let's see here. I kinda need to have the reinforcement armies ready as well. Attacking at this moment would be kind of rushing things. Yeah, I do need those armies. Let's wait for this anchor wing. After this anchor wing is done, I'll focus on food growth so I can have extra, borrow streets. Okay, like this, and I get more population in a single turn. And once this anchor wing is done, I'll send it here, join it with the AI and the zealots. I'm sorry. And I have a nice new army that will be ready to devastate the enemy. Meanwhile, I started to think that you kind of need to give me more dust, and the central market is, I suppose, a way of giving me more dust. So instead of making me more army reinforcements, which I do need, I'm just gonna give myself the dust. So there's that done. Anything else? Not really. Armies are near the border as they are supposed to be there. There's no vision for the cultists over here, so I'll move as close as possible. I can also encroach on the enemy. Keep in mind they did not close the borders on me. They have been nice so far, but at the same time, I just like being where I am, because they cannot attack me here without declaring war on me. It feels safer this way. You never know, it's AI, they can do some weird stuff. They can suddenly march out of the city and instantly try to attack me. It is possible. Okay, Winter still hasn't hit, which is probably for the best. Mainframe has an army ready, which makes me happy. Let's move it out like so. It is a long way, but thankfully it's still not winter, so I could move quite quickly. And as for you, you still need a little bit more population before you can make borrow streets. That's fine. You're doing this at a fairly steady race. I'll keep 2 extra population on food because winter is about to hit after all, so I want to make sure that I will be able to get more population in just 3 turns, despite the winter being about to hit. You're doing just fine, whatever it is that you're doing. Security needs more production. Queued up, so that will be possibly another borrow street. I would like to generate a bit more dust from this city, but it looks like borrow streets are the only way for me to do so at this point in time. I could of course use it to make more armies, but again, right now it's a bit far away and the winter is about to hit. I don't think I would really be able to do much with those armies. And I think the armies I have should be more or less enough as well. So focus on that. Can you get borrow street in one? Oh no, I mean growth in 1 turn? No, you cannot. And winter is about to hit, which is a sentence I seem to be repeating a lot. So let's move population like this, I suppose, because I was about to say it again, but I will not. I refuse to say it. I refuse to say that word or the sentence again. Okay then, let's end the turn. Hopefully it doesn't hit yet. And I'm kinda tired, I have to admit, and thirsty, but at the same time I did promise to declare war and start battling by the end of this video, so yeah. Oh, come on, they're reinforcing, they have more armies nearby again. Go away! Okay, they are swimming, I suppose, so maybe they'll try to swim towards the Drakenlands now. Bit annoying, but still I am not quite yet ready to actually attack, so that's fine. Zealots and AI, please be merged, move out, and join up with this army. So this will be a largely arranged army. Okay, and as for the probes, this will be yet another army waiting in the back, let's say for example over here, and that's actually plenty of things. So I don't want to move in too close yet because the enemy will see that. Probes, I will move probes to the north, so it will be easy. I will not be, slowed down by this impassable terrain as much. So this will be that. Anything else? I don't think so. I can just wait and let the turn end now. Winter still isn't here, which is kind of amazing. Winters are generally very lenient on players this game, I noticed, which is again not bad, it's just a bit surprising. 5 turns into more population. Let's actually bump this up as much as possible because this is the city for districts. In fact, let's bump it up even a little bit more, and in the meantime I suppose I can start working on, there's no reason not to keep working on military. I could also make a watchtower to see the enemy movement, which will be useful in the future, but right now it will not be useful, so instead I will start making more military. And let's work on anchor wing. Anchor wings are always nice and useful. Units are still growing, so this is nice. And the 10. Oh no, captaincy has nothing queued up, of course. You, what do you want, what do you need is a more important question. Conscription center and then more units production? I suppose so. So let's make it a conscription center and then follow it up with a bunch of probably AIs. Now the sim I will need AIs, they're the easiest to make out of all of my units. So let's have them reinforce my main armies. Okay then. PANCZASU in the next turn, and this will probably be when I'll try to attack. And I'll assume that the enemy will try to move out to, I don't know, counterattack the Draken. That would be nice. Watch the Winter hit this turn. I'm calling it. It's gonna hit this turn. Winter? Come on, Winter. I know you're coming. You want to come. You didn't come. Wow. And the enemy is moving away. Amazing. I'm almost tempted to wait for one extra 10 for the attack bonus. I'm more than just tempted. I will do, actually... maybe not, actually. I have so much... Actually, let's have a quick look. This is something I should have done. What will I be able to go for? Can I go for both? This is 300. Yes, I will have enough. Ham. Do I wait? I probably should wait. The enemy, how much defense do they have on fanatics, on their level 7 fanatics? 97 defense, which is quite a lot. And attack-wise, I'll have less. Of course, I'll have more once I get damaged, but before that I'll have less. I will need to have the extra attack. Okay, I'll wait a little bit longer. The enemy should not level up to level 8 by then. I mean, that would be ridiculous. Even LSA doesn't cheat this much. Can they see me? Maybe. I don't think they can. No, they shouldn't be able to see me yet. So, AI should not be in the panic mode as of yet. At the very least, that is my hope. Okay then. So there isn't much I can do right now until I just have to wait until the next 2 turns. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And you, the city, I suppose I can start making you grow a little bit further now. I like this option a little bit better, I think. Although no, more industry is good, because the city does need to make some units after all. So let's go ahead and do that. And end my turn. I'm so tempted to just rush in and attack, but this is exactly the kind of impulse I need to be able to, you know, suppress. I'm better than this. I will not do reckless actions. Okay then, let's get the extra attack, nice and easy. Bam. I didn't look what the next effect is. There was a new effect. Oh no, it's not a new effect, it's just the spores no longer working. And it looks like a lot of theaters want to pay me a visit. Okay then, I have 2 AIs and theaters are not the best at killing AIs, by which I mean zealots. So I should be okay. I can just in case make a Rambler, I suppose, so I will. I'll queue him up rather than make him. Because let's not be ridiculous, those are theaters, not exactly the most threatening unit in the game. Very useful when it's in your army, don't get me wrong, but not the most threatening. Okay, the enemy keeps making more units though. I will not attack for one last turn, because I need the Empire plan to actually, you know, be taken into effect. But in the turn after that, I am going full on attack. So now the Winter is gonna hit. I mean, it's actually excused if it does attack now. It will be annoying, of course, but it is gonna come now. It's been so long for the Winter to be able to come, so it's only natural that it will... Wow, it didn't. Okay then. Some kind of proposal happening. What was it? Frame rate drop. That was weird. Actually, frame rate is super low right now. Okay, now it's going up. That's really weird because, as you know, my setup is actually kind of good PC-wise, so it shouldn't be as low as it is. It's still incredibly low. What is happening? It's really weird. Anyway, Exit has enough experience to level up. Okay, that's nice. Extra influence will not be useless, I suppose. And let's see. Yeah. You are just offending me at this point. F you. Of course, AI will not like me for the fact that I refused such generous deal, but whatever. Okay then. It's time for the action. And do I actually place down a Pillar of Speed? I think I will. And this will allow me to move quite a little bit faster. So place down a Pillar of Speed. Let's declare war. That's something that's rather important, mind you. I thankfully have enough influence to declare war. I didn't check if I do, but I did. That's nice. Declare war. And let's start moving in. So this will allow me to move in nice and quickly and easily. Like so. With... Come on. Walk a little bit faster. Like this. And you in the back. Unfortunately, the Guardian is in the way, so I cannot quite move into range, but this will be still good. You move like this, and I want to start using my probes to damage, so I'll place another Pillar of Speed. I should have placed it before I moved this hero, but oh well. Such is the way of things sometimes, I suppose. So let's send them in one by one, like this. And start weakening the enemy forces. Hopefully they will defend with all of their units and armies combined, so I'll be able to deal quite a decent amount of damage as a result. Okay, attack. No reinforcements whatsoever. I do not want to use those things. I just want to attack with a probe, thank you very much. Unfortunately, they are reinforced. It doesn't matter. 2 units will reinforce anyway, but it's not the most important units to attack. I mean, this is a level 2 ice warg. Not exactly the most threatening thing ever. Either way, hold position manual. Join the fight and cast a bit of spells. Thankfully, terrain is to my advantage as well, so it will take quite a while for the AI to reach me, which is kind of great. Let's stand over here, let the AI cluster together, and then I'll cast my deluge. Of course, you can cast it every 2 turns, but I do want the AI to be more, you know, in a singular space, so that I can deal more damage to them. They will be able to attack me this turn. That's a lot of movement they have. 4 speed in battle, holy F. But I think I will wait. I should be able to attack more units at the same time on the next turn, so I will wait. Come on, buddies, come on! Come to daddy, come to daddy. Unless they insta-kill me, which is actually possible. No, they didn't insta-kill me. Good. Okay, actually I still don't have a perfect place for a deluge. Not really. I can hit here or I can hit here. I think I'll attack those guys. Actually, there are 3 units I can hit here. Those are not the most important units, but nonetheless these are units. So let's cast my rain thingy and you're just gonna die. But that's okay, you're just here for me to cast the rain. So let's do it. 24 damage to all of those guys. Which is not a big deal, but it is, you know, it's actually 90 damage because I did upgrade it 40. Ouch, I forgot. It's actually quite a lot, but still I do have a lot of dust like you see. So it's entirely okay. So another probe, let's do that again. Again, it might seem like a mediocre amount of damage, but with the amount of dust I have, I can do it. So let's go ahead and do it again. Also, it allows me to measure the enemy strength a little bit more. I don't think I will do it with the third probe, just because I honestly kind of don't want to go through this screen over and over again. So let's just do it. Again, this tactic is much more powerful in multiplayer. That's where I encourage you to use it. So you just move like this, and I'll just cast the spell right away, I think. Like this. And actually I might be able to cast it twice as a result. Oh, I got a critical hit, that's nice. So, I really need to drink something, but I drank everything I had already, because this video is shaping up to be a little bit longer. Okay then, launch, because I'm not moving out of here, thank you very much game, I'm not completely insane. I'm gonna take a bit damage, but unless it's a critical, I will survive. Yes, I did survive. The enemy, I didn't hit the enemy though, but nonetheless I still survived, which is nice, I suppose. And then I can hit those guys again, which I will. Hitting 3 units at the same time is better. Preferably you want to hit more than that, of course, when you cast the deluge. But I do have dust to spare, and I did want to showcase how it works to you. And it will weaken the enemy, which is, you know, important. Oh, how nice! I dealt 0 damage to you guys. Lovely. Oh, and you increase your power. That's so good that you did that. I'm happy. Okay, then. So there's that done, and now I can go ahead and actually attack. Like, properly attack. So let's go ahead and do it. Terrain should be in my advantage, more or less, so this should be nice. Guardian, second reinforcement, that's very important, and then third reinforcement will be the hero, and the last one is the one with a hero or a guardian. And this should be fairly okay. This should be a cool battle. Hold position by default, because I don't trust my units not to do something extremely stupid. And let's have a quick see. I actually was hoping to have a little bit more terrain in the back. Now those cliffs actually work against me, but nonetheless it should be... Yeah, now those cliffs really work against me, actually. I didn't look very well. Well, it should be more or less okay. So you guys move to over here, and the ankle wings, I want to be... Actually, I want them to be here just so that I have the morale bonus. Alternatively, if I position them like this, I don't have quite the morale bonus, but I can move my zealots behind this. And my hero over here as well. I don't have the range bonus yet, but I do want to, actually kind of want to attack my hero first, I believe. This is just a slowdown unit, so yeah. Position it like this, and then maybe like... I like this positioning quite a bit actually, but maybe I'll position it like this, because I'll gain some melee units incoming, including of course the Guardian, so I want the Guardian. Guardian's not a melee unit, but I would want him to be close to the battlefield, of course, so yeah. Hi! I have a Guardian! You guys are not gonna have the best time now, I think. Also, my Guardian has more initiative than the enemy. I kinda should have probably left this spot empty now that I think about it, but oh well. Things were done and it's not too late. Move to this tower if you can, try to attack this guy if you can as well. Move forward. Generally, I'm trying to move forward with everything I have. Like this. And you just focus on trying to hit this guy, wherever he's gonna land. Can he actually hit my... Oh, he can hit my zealots, so he will most undoubtedly try to attack my zealots. That's a little bit annoying. So you there, sir, try to move to this tower and to kill this guy. Zealots will not be able to move back, I assume, but if they're not attacked, I want them to go after this guy. Those zealots move to here and attack this guy, and of course the guardian. Firstly, the hero, actually. I kind of want to tempt the enemy into attacking my hero, and I also want to make room for my guardian. So move it like so, attack this guy. And the guardian, if you are in range, this would be lovely. Please mind control this guy. And also, of course, importantly, let's cast the Incarnation of Haste, which, as you can see, extra 18 damage, I mean attack. That's kind of important. And let's cast it on as many units as possible. I would like this most, because, of course, I want my berries to be able to hit reliably. Guardian will hit reliably no matter what. I mean, look at the amount of attack. Quite a bit more than the enemy's defense, I would say. I think it's quite easy to say I don't have to buff him. Sadly, I wasn't able to attack with him because of his superior initiative. The one time you don't want your units to have more initiative. Wow, he didn't attack my zealots? I should have retreated with them then, because now they have lower morale. Oh well. What's done is done, I suppose. Okay, then let's see how things turn out. Right now my battlefront is not very concise, but I do have a very big army that is about to reinforce me, so we'll see how things are done. And also, I'm gonna have a beam attack soon, which dealt no damage, unfortunately. Another beam with no damage. Good job, guys. It's nice to have you around. Truthfully, they are mostly here to tank damage, and that's what they were doing so far. This guy, at least, that's what he did. But still, it could be more useful, you know, guys. That would be nice. Okay, you actually stay on the offensive. I don't trust you to. I want the Ramblers to just go on a rampage. That's what they do best, after all. You move to this tower if you can. If you cannot, just do whatever you can with an aggressive standpoint. And you, if you can, try to retreat a little bit to make more room for my other units. Anchor Wing, it should be able to move right in on top of the enemy, which is nice. You are in a good spot. Because, yeah, in the attack, I suppose... Actually, I want to move into the forest town so that he's got a bit more defense. And then I'll attack... this is the... yeah, this is the mess. It doesn't really matter who I attack. Whoever is gonna be still around this place, that's who I will attack. Did I move my guardian? I mean, give an order to my guardian. Yes, I did. Looks like everybody has orders. Nobody will still sit on their reinforcement banner, so this will be nice. Okay, got a mind control, which is nice. And now, okay, this time it's different. This time it's not the mind control unit that took damage, but it actually is the only one that dealt damage, which is different to how it was. Okay, I will probably lose this Echo Wing. It will be turned into a neck, but look at the amount of damage it dealt when retaliating. That's why Echo Wings are awesome. And the enemy now has to work quite hard to kill this egg as well. So I do adore those units. They're effing beastly. Okay then. Looks like this will be a nice spot for me to cast another extra spell as well. I mean, the Guardian doesn't really need it, I suppose, so maybe I'll cast it somewhere else. Maybe even around here, but it will buff the enemies, so I'm not too keen on that. Okay, my hero is actually in place now. I could cast it on here, but no, I think the berries are... Oh wait, I cannot... I don't have the dust. Oops, I used a lot of dust, didn't I? That's okay though. Not really a big deal. The egg will just sit here. You can issue orders, but it's gonna be an egg. It's just gonna sit there, no matter what. I want to move this guy to a high ground, so that he hits a little bit better. And I want to move those guys to the side ever so slightly. Actually, I want this guy to move to the side and this guy to stay where he is. And both of these to attack as much as possible. Hero, move forward if you can. Rambler, move forward and see if you can attack. That's unlikely, but see. And the Guardian, of course, also move forward and attack this guy. Nice and easy. And the hero will walk forward a little bit closer. Attack this guy if possible, if not attack somebody else. Everything else is queued up nice and easy. It should be good. Alrighty then. Go Guardian, go! No mind control this time, but he is mind controlled already, so it doesn't matter. I don't think you can renew mind control. You cannot stack it, of course, you cannot, but I don't think you can also renew the effects of mind control if mind control is already there. You can only reapply it, you can refresh the counter. Oh well, that doesn't really matter. This guy is dead, which is nice. It will allow my units to move around a little bit more freely. I did lose the egg, but that's not a big deal. It still took the enemy a lot of time to actually deal with it, and it dealt a lot of damage to the enemy army. So, yeah. I really don't think I need to explain over and over again about how awesome the Anchor Wings are. But they are my favorite unit in the entire game, so what can I do? I just love them. Okay, then you just attack this guy, I suppose. That would be nice. And you have a pretty good line of attack over there, but I think I'd rather you attack like... Oh, maybe I keep attacking like this, you attack like this. And then the Anchor Wings focus on those guys. You maybe try to go around the side, but it would be like a wasted turn though. So just actually attack and you go to here. You attack as much as you can. Maybe I'll be able to get some arrow effect damage going as well, which would be actually kind of nice. And let's keep moving with everything I've got forward as much as possible. So you move like this. Actually, I think I can simply just tell this guy to attack it. He shouldn't do anything too dumb. And there's that then. Okay then. Let's see how things are going. I'm liking this battle, obviously, because I'm devastating the enemy, taking minimal losses. Yeah, try fighting Anchor Wings. That's not gonna work out. Even if you do take them down, the next egg, they're not gonna be able to kill, I don't think. I'll be able to protect it quite nicely. So let's see, and oh yeah, I do love Sweep Strike Bite. It's such a powerful ability, probably one of the most cost-efficient abilities in the entire game, because if you have low initiative, it works very well for when you have low initiative, and when the enemy attacks you, you not only deal area effect, but you also deal extra damage. I actually think that Sweep Strike Back maybe should be nerfed a little bit, or maybe the equipment that grants Sweep Strike Back should give less of stat bonuses, because right now it's a little bit ridiculous in my opinion. Either way, the cultists are on no match, as you can see. They are already running on militias, so they are going down. And I think we're nearing a point where I can stop really supervising the battle. It will go well on its own. Let's just make sure that my units continue to walk forward, because that's rather important. You move to this town I meant. And you... Well, you can only mind control this guy, which I suppose will also automatically kill him. So you move like this, you try to move forward. I'll just let you guys do whatever you want. I trust you'll do the right thing. I really shouldn't trust them, but I'll try to nonetheless. You move to this town, just try to move as much forward as possible. And you guys, what the F is that order? I don't know. Either way, just kill people. I'll trust them. Oh no, I shouldn't trust them because I gave them default stance as hold position instead of attack. So yeah, that's my mistake over there. Oh wow, they fixed the bug. So it was a bug, so now... Okay, that's actually good to know. Every time I used scores in the past, it only dealt damage to one unit. Now it actually deals damage to 2 units. So it was indeed a bug. That's the final confirmation. Good to know. I'll need to update the first video then, or whichever video I mentioned this thing in the first place. I don't remember when I did. Honestly, I'll need to watch through all of those videos now. But it's good to know that the bug is gone. It's really actually kind of reassuring. And it's making scores a whole lot better, let me tell you that. Okay, but then again, I have seen the mind control unit in this battle alone not take damage with the enemy counterattack. Unless the enemy did not counterattack, maybe he didn't have counterattack, which is possible. Okay, you guys seriously... I shouldn't have to worry with you, but... I will. Anchor Wings, just focus on attack. All of you, just do your best. Especially you, dear Guardian. And the enemy should die now. Is it the last 10, by the way? Yes, it is. So I didn't even necessarily have to bother that much. Oh, I forgot I can also heal my units, but that's better used, in all honesty, once the battle is over, because Skoros is really good at killing the enemy units. And after the battle is done, that's when you want to heal. Because keep in mind, he does have the strategic map battle ability that heals. And right now he could have dealt damage to this fanatic and he didn't. Either way, some extra damage will be dealt. Maybe this militia will die. No, it will not. It's quite... Especially with the here targeting the wrong unit. Oh, maybe it will die now? Yes, it did die, so that's nice. So the enemy city is barely defended at all now. Which is nice, it means that I can practically attack it outright. Even though it has insane fortifications, I can just take it. And because of this, I'm tempted to prolong this video, because I want to take it. And is that 1,000? Yeah, 1,234 fortification. That's actually quite a lot. And the enemy would have that, so it would be kind of a pain to actually take this city over. Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just play it nice instead. And besides, I don't have enough movement anyway. So I'll just end it here, I suppose. Another probe is there. I could use it as a meat shield now. I'll just move it forward. Gaining more vision, not exactly important in this area. Remaking the Nidia village, that is actually important, so let's go ahead and do that. And within 110 as well. One more city, mainframe needs orders. Oh, that's nice. Mainframe can have some orders, indeed. Let's make the border street nice and easy. Make sure that it's made fast. Follow it up, I will now actually gain the public library since this hero does not give me bonuses to science. Geomic labs will now also give me some sort of bonus, and they are cheap, and I keep making Inqua wings like there's no tomorrow. Like this, and I'm liking the setup of everything in here, and I think I can end my video now. So ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Power. Thank you very much for watching. I'll wait for the 10 to finish, just to make sure that we have no nasty surprises. I'll save the game then. And no, don't say your outro yet, we're not done. Okay. Where are you go? Okay, they're running for their lives, I suppose. This is kind of weird. And my city is besieged by neutral armies, I assume. Yep, that's not gonna be an issue though. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.